When it comes to health and fitness, one of the things that I think has helped my journey the most over the years is the ability to stay disciplined and be consistent with my workouts, my nutrition, and my sleep and recovery. And when I think about one of the biggest struggles that other people have when it comes to maintaining a health and fitness routine, one of the biggest inhibitors is this fast-paced, busy lifestyle that also includes a lot of travel. That's really what I believe separates amateurs from professionals, is the ability to adapt and maintain a routine even when you don't have all the resources at your disposal. So in this video, we're gonna go through how I think about working out while I'm traveling to make sure that I'm maintaining my health and wellness even when I don't have the resources that I would normally have at my home or in the gym that I'm typically going to. So let's run through a few scenarios that could be realistic for you in your life. You could either be planning a vacation with you and your family, maybe you get this last minute job that's in another city, or maybe you're just wanting to travel and get away for a little bit. Once you figure out what that looks like, the first step is acknowledging that you actually want to maintain some level of a routine when you are on those trips. So if it's me, when I'm planning to take a quick trip or go on a longer vacation, one of the first things in my mind is, where am I gonna get my food from? So how can I maintain the level of nutrition that I need to maintain? And then where is the closest place for me to work out at? I know that at the end of the day, if I can't find a gym or facility to work out at, I can bring resistance bands with me and I can use my body weight. But I'm the type of person that likes to reduce the amount of friction I have. And I know I like going to the gym or going to a facility more than I like just waking up and working out in a hotel room. So I'm going to make sure that I do my best to find something in the local area and be willing to spend money on that, because I know in the long run that's going to be beneficial to me. So the first thing that I would do is find the exact coordinates of where my location will be during the trip. And then I'm going to find healthy food within a 5 mile, 10 mile, 15 mile radius, as well as gyms and other local health and wellness facilities that are within that radius. And then something that I'll often do if it is for a work trip, I will look up hotels based on where a Whole Foods or other healthy grocery store is. And typically within that region, there's also a gym. So a good instance is I traveled to Memphis University earlier in the year for a speaking engagement, and I could have gotten a hotel closer to the university, but I chose rather to do a hotel next to a Whole Foods where I could walk and get food. In this case, there was a gym in the hotel, so I had my nutrition and my workout area dialed in right from the get-go. This allowed me to maintain my routine the day that I flew in. I gave that speaking engagement, and then I was able to fly out the next day and not miss a beat. Now, the trickier part comes if maybe you're in a secluded place, or maybe you're taking a vacation out of the country that doesn't necessarily have all the resources near you. So what do you do in that case? And that's where the separation is in the preparation. I'll always bring some type of resistance bands with me. Another great tool is a jump rope, some yoga blocks. Figure out what you can bring in your travel bag that's going to help you maintain that routine no matter where you travel to. Now let's run through some of the things I would do if I didn't have any access to the gym or to any local facilities where I could work out at. So the lowest common denominator when it comes to keeping your fitness routine while traveling is just finding a little space on the floor. I'm on vacation right now. Here's the living room. Here's what I would do if I didn't have any access to anything else but this living room floor. One of the rules I like to follow is keep it super simple. And one of the moves that is pretty simple, it helps your core, it helps your upper body, you can add weight to yourself, is simply just doing push-ups. You can do different variations of push-ups, so you could be on your knees or you could be in full push-up position, eccentric push-ups. There's so many different variations. I'm not gonna go through that here today, but I'd love for you to add push-ups into your routine if you are traveling. Doing 100 push-ups a day while you're traveling is better than doing nothing at all. Another move that you can add that's pretty simple, we all do it every day when we sit down, is just a squat. So bodyweight squats is something that you can add into your travel fitness routine. You can add some jump squats in there and a bunch of other variations. But again, focus on doing something rather than nothing. So 100 push-ups and 100 squats a day while you're on the go is going to be much better than sitting on your ass and doing nothing at all. One of my favorite moves to do while traveling are lunges. This is something that's a major move in the high rocks competitions that I do. So I always try to integrate lunges into most of my workouts. but it's also a simple move that's going to challenge your core, your stabilization, your balance, and improve your overall strength. It's something where you can add a weighted backpack in, or you can be holding things when you're doing the lunges. There's a lot of different variations to this move, and it's a simple move that is a little bit tougher than push-ups and squats. Something else that's a lot more tricky that you can add into your routine are headstands and handstands. This is something that I've integrated into my travel routine to really improve my strength, my coordination, my breathing, my balance. It's something that you can try too. So I pack all my resistance bands in this little packaging that I got off Amazon. It's very simple. You can just zip them in there, and then a Pilates bar set. So this allows me to attach this bar to any resistance bands that I want to use, and allows me to do weighted squats or lunges or some of the things that I was talking about earlier. The first band set I have, you can exchange the grips for the different weights of the bands. You can even attach multiple bands to increase the weight. So during this trip, I brought 30-pound resistance, 50-pound resistance, and this one should be 40-pound resistance. So I have them all attached. You can detach one and just use the other, or add a combination of them all. I also have this thicker band, which is a little bit tougher. So if I were to go outside, I could attach this to a pole or attach it to other things that I can use this band for. And then I have my glute or leg band, and I can wrap that around my legs. Now for the Pilates band, it comes in 3 easy to store pieces, which you're going to then clip together into one whole piece, and then you're able to attach the resistance bands to the end. So as I was talking about before, you can take these resistance bands and switch them with the handles, so you can make them the resistance that you want. Right now I have 50-pound resistance on there, which allows me to do different moves with my arms, my legs, shoulders, different variations that no matter where you're at, you can utilize these things to get in a decent workout. The next thing is the Pilates bar. This, you're gonna attach these to your feet. So I could add resistance and make these squats a lot harder. I can do squat to press, thrusters, other variations of arm movements. The last thing is a leg band that you can really use in really tight spaces to get in good glute, hammy, quad workouts. You can lower it, do different variations with it, step out, step forward, raise it back up, do the same thing, back and forth. I can do lunges, squats. You can utilize this in really tight spaces to get in a pretty good leg workout. Now, everything I just showed you was low intensity. If you want to increase the intensity while you're traveling, you can do HIIT workouts, high intensity interval training. So the couple moves I just showed you, the push-ups, the squats, sit-ups, lunges, you can then do them with a little bit more intensity, as well as using some of the bands that I just showed you. You could also do jumping jacks, mountain climbers, jump lunges, jump squats. Feel free to look up other HIIT moves that you can add to your routine if you're looking to break a little bit more of a sweat and push yourself a little bit more. So we just went over different moves with different types of equipment that you can use in a small little living room space, hotel space, or any environment where you don't have much room while you're traveling. The beauty is that no matter where you go to, you're most likely going to be able to utilize the great outdoors to your advantage when it comes to maintaining your health and fitness routine. So let's go check out what I would do if I was traveling and I didn't have access to any resources whatsoever. Something that you can do to help motivate and inspire you to do your outdoor workout if you are traveling and you don't have access to the gym, or you don't have any equipment with you and you want to maintain your fitness level, I highly recommend finding somewhere with a great view or somewhere around you, maybe in a park or in a field, a local basketball court, just somewhere where there's a good enough energy that's gonna get you in the mood to really wanna push yourself. While you may lack the resources that the gym could provide you or the equipment that you could have brought with yourself, you don't have to lack inspiration and motivation. And just with your body weight and your surrounding environment, you can push yourself to the next level when it comes to your fitness. Keep in mind that the goal is not necessarily to try to mimic what you can do in the gym or with equipment, but just to maintain your level of fitness for a day or a couple days until you can get back into your normal routine. When I'm scoping out outdoor places where I can work out while I'm traveling, the first thing that I'll look for is a playground. Right now, there are kids on the playground, so I don't want to disrupt them. At the playground, you can find swing sets, monkey bars, things that you can use to do pull-ups, push-ups, a whole bunch of other variations of workouts. Since I'm not at the playground right now, the next thing that I'm going to look for is a bench. On the bench, again, you can do push-ups, dips, different variations of lunges, as well as other movements that you can do with your HIIT workouts to really get your heart rate up and give yourself a good workout. Now, if you do happen to have one of your resistance bands on you, a bench is a great way to utilize one of these. You can just put it through, and then you're gonna be able to do different variations of pulls, push, flies. Let's assume you don't have any inspirational views around you, you don't have any park benches around you. One of the things that's always gonna be around you though is stop signs or some type of pole, something like this, or light poles, electrical poles, things that your resistance band can wrap around and you can utilize to get a really good workout in. This concludes my how to maintain your fitness routine while you're traveling. I want to remind you that consistency and momentum is everything when it comes to your health. So making sure that no matter if you're taking a short trip or you're away for a couple of weeks, that you are planning ahead and understanding what are your surroundings going to look like? What is your environment going to look like? How do you maximize everything around you to not only maintain somewhat of your routine, but to potentially add to it? So an environment like this, while to many might just look like a place to hang out and relax, to others can be a great place to get in a workout that inspires you to reach your next level and thrive on life. If you have any questions about how to program your workouts while you're traveling or specific nutritional tips, please feel free to reach out. I'd love to connect with you.